What is going on, Cyber fam? So today we have some crazy news. I did break this on Fridays, but anyway, the point is Palantir has gotten to a point where they're releasing certifications for people. Now, I have been waiting on this ever since I came out of the womb with a keyboard, mouse, and nothing else but a 13-inch MacBook Pro, completely spec'd out with RAM. Okay, so it's a pretty big news here. A few things I'm waiting for from a tech angle is the APIs and this certification thing. So let me just read you a little blurb from the article here, and I'll post the article in the description below, and then after that I'll explain to you how this impacts and what kind of big things that this really provides. It has been our company's mission to empower our customers to use Palantir software to transform their organizations. Fluff, I get it, right? But check this. Our partnership with Palantir to build a global capability of world-class business analysts, data scientists, data engineers, and architects is pivotal to unlock sustainable business value rapidly. So this is not just for one or two things. It's mostly centered around Foundry, and it's going to go to the existing clients that Palantir currently has. But more and more job offerings right now are taken. If you actually take a look at the certification sections, they are looking for Foundry certification or some kind of Palantir certification there. And this is only going to grow. Now, I'll tell you why this is a bullish sign from a technical angle, okay? The reality of it, right? If you go back to even AWS or something, they didn't start offering these certifications, and they did from before for clients, internal clients and things like that, right? When they start to move these to external people that could potentially get the certifications, that's when AWS really kicked off. Let me tell you why this is a bullish signal. In the IT industry, when you go and apply for jobs, this is one reason, but when you go and apply for jobs, there's a section actually underneath that asks you for a type of certifications. Now, very often, most people have your typical AWS, Azure, or GCP certification, some form of cloud and other sort of instructional type of certifications, okay? But the thing is, this is an entire platform. So for you to have a certification for Palantir, it's not just a single purpose, AWS architect kind of thing, okay? It's actually quite broad. Now, on top of that, we are heading into a world that's very data rich, right? So having a certification and a tool that actually sifts through that data and actually gives you insights based on that data is going to be very valuable. On top of that, Palantir is one of the key components of this entire movement. So if you get this kind of certification, you're going to be out there and you're going to be one of the highest paid assets kind of out there. You're going to be in a class of your own, really. But on top of that, employers will look for these certifications coming in. Now, again, it's not necessary that you have it to get the job, but depends on the type of certification. So if you're in the data side of it, you might need to have a specific kind of certification for you to actually be considered an expert. And unfortunately, this is how it is in the field, but regardless of what it is, that's how it happens. Even for me, I have lost a few opportunities because I don't have a certain certifications or whatever, even though I could actually do it, right? So people take the time out of their day and actually go do these certifications, and that's how this whole thing works. Let me read you another blurb. This is really going to be indicative of like the stuff that Palantir wants to move forward with, okay? We are extremely excited to be one of the first Palantir partners globally to be able to leverage Palantir certified for our clients. This will help our customers see increased interoperability and prototyping speeds with significant business value and a faster time to market of custom applications leveraging Palantir Foundry, said Charlotte. She's basically like a global head of insights or something for Capgemini Invent. Another thing to keep in mind, guys, is this is a two-way street. This is a two-way investment. Palantir has to invest in this program, right? In the beginning, not that many people are going to be here, so they're going to have to train these folks. They're going to have to spend the time and money to actually get these people up and running. I did a podcast with Chris Patel, and I posted that just recently. I'll put a card up over here. You can check that out. He talks about it as well. But the point is, Palantir is not always going to be this company that sends out these forward deployed engineers that go and sit there and install software and do that kind of stuff, right? They're going to run out of time, and they're going to run out of engineering staff to go and do this kind of work. So they need these certified people at companies, at clients, so that when they actually onboard Palantir software, they're already ready and hit the ground running. So this is going to increase that onboarding speed. Palantir's onboarding is actually very strong, right? Probably the best in the industry. So when they finally have these certified people in their ranks, once Palantir actually comes in, they can actually kick stuff off in the project, and then Palantir can certify more staff as they sort of ramp up the usage of the product. Do you guys see what I'm saying? It's almost like when you finally deliver something, someone's already there waiting for you to deliver that thing. So that handshake is much faster now. This is actually really big news, because now not only are they onboarding the software already pretty fast, they might not even need that forward deployed engineer, right? In which case it's going to destroy all of the consulting company arguments that's out there. And on top of that, when they finally get it up and running, which should maybe save a few weeks because you already have people that know it, right? When they finally get it up and running, they're going to be able to get productive way faster. Guys, in the whole data world, everything is very ambiguous, right? There's so many different data sets. There's so many different ways to pull it, extract it, run it through filters, and look at it. But Palantir is one of the products that actually provides this really great value and explains things in a very granular level and actually gives people a chance to make informed decisions from this. So it's like a lot of these data platforms that you guys, or data products that you guys have heard of, kind of combined into one massive product, right? So that's really what Palantir is. So this gives them a chance to say, okay, whoever it is, and it's quite a complex of a product. So whoever it is that gets these certifications will be currently the de facto experts of this product outside of the company of Palantir. Like, can you imagine if, for example, if you had a Palantir Foundry or whatever certification, you would be one of the very few people that do not work at Palantir that have this knowledge. You can command such a crazy salary if you're an employee, one, and two, your movement in terms of like the ranks, in terms of going up in the industry, is going to be crazy, right? So it's really good for the employees, really good for Palantir as well, because through this training process, they'll actually get more feedback as to how things should work and how clients actually would like things to be, stuff like that. So this is really news that should not be taken lightly. It is quite big. Anytime any certifications or anything like that comes out, they get put on another level of growth, right? Just because this is not going to end here. So like when they do Foundry certifications, it's not going to end at just Foundry. There's going to be multiple layers of these certifications to get. And actually on that point, let me just explain something to you. So from a managed services and any kind of like company that uses SaaS, right? One thing that happens is whenever a company comes to you and says, okay, you want to use our product. So for example, let's just take Microsoft, for instance, right? If they come to a company, they're like, okay, you guys want to use Azure, you want to use Power BI, whatever. How many people do you have that are certified in this? It's an actual question that's being asked during the procurement and during the cycles of like onboarding software. So if the company's like, oh, we got nobody, then they'll say, okay, well, we'll go with their standard rate and blah, blah, blah. But very often these companies will give them time. They'll say, okay, we'll give you guys like 6 weeks to get some folks certified. If you can get some folks certified, we'll give you credits, or we'll give you a certain discount or whatever. There's a lot of practices that can be done at the sales cycle level where you can actually offer things to the client to get your employee certified, which is just going to increase the amount of people that know about Palantir. Do you know what I mean? And this is going to spread through the industry because no one really stays at a company longer than like 3-4 years, really, right? And the good guys really stay for only 2 years unless they're getting crazy stock options. So the word of Palantir is just going to completely spread through this from the technical world. Most of us technical staff, especially the engineers, actually know about this company. Honestly, we do, right? We heard about it. We know about it most of the time. The thing is now, certifications exist. You already know we're going to start looking for this stuff just because data is never going to, it's the future. Like we're never going to run out of data. Even today, we have more data than we did yesterday. It's just completely just exponential. So I don't know. That's what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Feel free to like and subscribe if you like, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.